Hello and welcome back to another episode of Tekkit. Now, today we're going to be doing a special episode on explosives and the rings of an EE, or equivalent exchange. So, as you can see, there are very large craters here. And I'm just going to show you the formula to build a nuke, and then I'll explain how many nukes this is. So, a nuke is made with gunpowder and refined uranium. Refined uranium is uranium that you dig up, placed in a compressor. Now, nukes, when you try and click R on them, it doesn't show you the recipe. And on some servers, it doesn't exist. Now, over here, we have an explosion. That's a nuclear reactor contained in a force field directed downwards. This is of one nuke, so the explosion is quite a lot bigger than TNT. Over here we have an explosion of four nukes, four nukes, and this is considerably larger and slightly less neat than the other circle. But of course, if you try to detonate this in your world or in a world, it won't actually make these shapes because this is just in sandstone. So the blast resistance of the block is the same all the way down, apart from here, where we have the last four layers, which are stone and then bedrock. So this is eight nukes off at the same time. Now, I didn't record the explosions because it does lag quite substantially because of all the items that are dropped. So I didn't record that. Now we're going to have a look at the main two other explosives. So we have normal TNT, which makes reasonably small hole. And then we have industrial TNT, which is slightly larger. Now, this is a good way to demonstrate one of the purposes of the rings. Now, this is the black hole ring. If I activate this, the blocks should normally, as you can see, move towards me. So act as the magnetic ability in too many items. Now, there is something quite cool you can do with this. If, for example, you have an alchemical bag and a gem of eternal density, and you place the gem of eternal density inside the alchemical bag, then the items that you pick up with the black hole ring using, let's say, a catalytic lens get automatically transformed into all the way up to red matter. That's quite cool. Now, next one I'm going to be having a look at is the zero ring, which does this, or throws snowballs, so it's not the most useful ring. Now, if you turn the passive ability on, it just spreads snow. Turn that off. And now, of course, you have the opposite, which is the ring of ignition. So if I turn that on, it makes these parts of fire. Now, normally it spreads fire when you walk and makes you resistant to fire damage. But if you're on snow, it won't actually place fire. Now, I'll just activate that. So. Put some of this out. The rest of it will go around its own. Now, the next one is this, the void ring, which if I now click R, it teleports me. So you can see, actually, we'll just There we go. So yes, this is the void ring, which if I press R, teleports me along. So as you can see, it's quite useful. And we have the capability of doing just like an Enderman, for example. And the distance is quite large. So used in combination with the flying ring can be pretty useful. So now we're going to have a look at the Archangel's Smite. Now for that we're going to have to summon some mushrooms. Yeah. Okay. Some mushrooms. So here we have a lot of mushrooms, and what the Archangel's Smite can do is it can shoot an arrow just by using the power of your Klein Star, and it has auto aiming on, or if you do that it shoots a bunch of arrows, or if you press G it has a machine gun mode which shoots anything close by. This can be very useful if you have a lot of mobs or something. But unfortunately it will hit boats and minecarts. So I'll just quickly show you this. If I place a boat down, for example, it will auto aim. Where's it gone? It will auto aim towards the boat occasionally. So you have to be careful of what you've created, because it is rather devastating. Oh, did I just get rid of it? I did. It's rather devastating the impact that the arrows can have. And then of course you can pick all the arrows up and then turn them back into EMC. So you have infinite supply, or you can just, if you're close to where the arrows fall, you can actually continue firing and pick them up. So next we're going to see is the Harvest Goddess ring. So if I approach this wheat here and I activate the passive ability, as you can see the wheat will grow quite a lot faster. Now also if I have bone meal on me, and now is it right? No. There is the possibility of... No, it doesn't seem to be working. Oh, there we go. So, wrong click. So, I'll just quickly build a larger field. I'm back in a minute. So, here's a field I quickly made. Now, with the Harvest Goddess ring, what you can do is automatically plant crops. So if we plant crops along here, and of course if you activate G, they'll grow very fast, but you can use bone meal on them and they will be automatically harvested. Well, do this. And they get harvested very quickly. Now if you combine this with the power of the black hole ring, you'll be able to collect your crops much faster. Now, I'm just going to show you how to make all of these, because the recipes aren't always easy as you think. First thing you'll need for all the rings is an iron band, so which is iron all around a bucket of lava, or an amulet of, what's it called? Volcanic amulet, which makes you immune to fire damage. It gives you the bucket back, by the way. Then you can make the basic ring, one of the first rings you can make, that I've been using to fly around, which is the Swift Wolf's Rending Gale, which is 4 dark matter, 3 feathers, and an iron band. The next ring, which we saw at the beginning, which made the snow, which is the 0 ring, that fires also the snowballs, is 4 snow blocks, 2 dark matter, and 2 snowballs. The next ring is the Harvest Goddess ring. These saplings can be changed to any saplings you want, but it's 4 saplings, 2 different flowers, and some dark matter. Then we saw the Black Hole ring, the ring that draws everything towards you, which is 6 string and 2 dark matter, and the iron band, of course. Next ring is the Ignition ring, which sets everything on fire, which I'm not going to do because our project tables will burn down. So we have 4 flint, 2 dark matter, and 2 Mobius fuel. Then the Void ring, the ring that allowed you to teleport, which uses the Gem of Eternal Density and the Black Hole band, and I forgot to put Gem of Eternal Density. So the Gem of Eternal Density is made with 5 diamonds, 2 dark matter, and 2 obsidian. Then we have the Body Stone, which I'll show you how it works in a minute, which is 2 red matter, 6 sugar, and 1 lapis. Now these 3 stones have similar crafting recipes, which is 6 glowstone, 1 lapis, and 2 red matter. See, all that changes is really the sugar each time, and then here it's 2 red matter, 1 lapis, and 6 books. That makes the Mind Stone, and then you can combine the Body Stone and the Soul Stone to make a Life Stone. And the last ring, which I haven't shown you yet, is called the Ring of Arcania, which combines the Harvest Goddess power, the Swift Wolf Renegade, the Ring of Ignition, and the Ring of Zero. So I'll just quickly show you what each one of these do. Now, the Body Ring, which is this one, will restore your hunger. So if you're hungry, it'll restore a certain amount of hearts if it's activated with the passive ability. Now the Soul Stone will actually heal damage. So now if I fly up a small amount and then remove up my ring, like I'm still flying. Oh dear. If I jump from this normally, there we go. So you can see it's healing much faster than normal. That's because of the Body Stone, the Soul Stone, sorry. Now the Life Stone combines the Body Stone and the Body Stone and the Soul Stone's abilities. Oh dear. So you actually regenerate hunger and health. Now you're probably wondering what the Mind Stone does. Well, the Mind Stone, as you heard the noise there, it restores all your health. The Mind Stone can actually absorb your levels, as you can see. I had 3 levels. I'll get some bottles of enchanting. The XP is immediately absorbed. Now if I deactivate this, it goes back to normal. And if I throw some XP on the floor, is it still activated? Wait a minute. Here we go. That's strange. Oh, it stores your XP, and then you have to retrieve it. Now, the last ring, which I haven't shown you, is the Ring of Arcania, which I don't know why I've done with. Where's it gone? Anyway, I'll just take it out of here. Now, it gives some of the rings back when you actually do that. Now, the Ring of Arcania combines all of the different rings. So, this spreads fire, just like the Ring of Ignition. If I press C, it goes over to the Swift Wolf's Renegade ring, and this one lets you shoot down lightning, which is a quite cool ability. If I shift ring again, this does like the Harvest Goddess ring. And then the last one, which is the Ring of Zero, and does exactly the same. Now, there is one thing you can do, which is quite cool. It's called a Dark Pedestal. Yeah. Oh, it's called just a DM Pedestal, sorry. This is a Dark Matter Pedestal, and what you can do with this is if you place it, for example, here, and then activate the Harvest Goddess ring, you can actually place it in the pedestal, and the ring will still have its effect if it's switched on the crops. So if you're wanting to build a farm, that's quite a cool ability. So I'll just put this out before. There we go. Anyway, so yes, it should continue its effect. Even, as you can see, the crops are growing quicker than they would normally. That's going to be it for this episode. I hope you enjoyed it. Ooh, actually no. Now one other thing. I forgot earlier on, there are 2 other explosives in the game. There is dynamite. And there are 3 different types of dynamite. So I'll just get these. There is this dynamite, which is crafted with the industrial TNT, which I might not have shown you the recipe for, which is flint, and TNT, and that makes 4 industrial TNT, so it gives you a way of making more TNT with less TNT, because it's as strong. This dynamite, which is crafted with 2 gunpowder and some string, and the final dynamite, which is sticky dynamite, which is crafted with the dynamite I just showed you, and 1 piece of sticky resin. Now if I dynamite, here we go. So you can place it down like so for the first one, and then if you right click on it, it goes off, and then it'll have a chain reaction and set the others off. But the cool thing that you can do with this is actually you can throw it on the floor and it'll explode. But when you place it, what you can actually do is press this here, which is a remote for the dynamite. It's crafted like so, with 1 copper cable, 2 glowstone, 3 TNT, and an electronic circuit, or 1 copper cable, 2 tin, lapis, and a frequency transmitter. And you can actually set them off from a remote distance. This is the other type of TNT, which you have to click once it starts fizzing in your inventory, and then you have to throw. If you hold it in your inventory and don't throw it, it just goes out, so it doesn't blow up in your inventory. So the last one is this sticky dynamite. As opposed to this other dynamite, this can slip, as you saw, and then explode. This sticky dynamite does not slip and stays in place. So you can do some pretty cool things with this. This stuff is really annoying. I'll just turn this off. Anyway, so you can do some pretty cool things with these. When you set this off, if it's not exactly next to the block, it won't set it off. So you can probably do some rather neat tricks with those. You can also make a cannon with the dispensers, because as opposed to TNT, that can get thrown at quite a far distance, relatively easily. Sorry. So I hope you enjoyed the episode, and well, I'll see you next time. Goodbye.